First day back, here we go. Good morning and hello everyone. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Keanna for those that are new, and I'm a 5th grade teacher in Metro Atlanta. Sorry, my brain fart. Today is Tuesday, January 5th, and it is my first day back at work in 2021. So we are back from winter break, and I decided to vlog this week just to see how things go. There's going to be a lot of moving parts this week. Even in recent days, it's been pretty crazy. So we have 2 teacher planning days. Praise the Lord. I'm really excited about that because I didn't do any lesson plans. I actually didn't check any emails, and we have a meeting at 8. So I got to work really early today because I knew I hadn't checked my emails, and I did no work over the break, which is how it should be. Should not work for the time that we don't get paid for. So I'm here. Even though I don't get paid for this time either, it's before my contract time, but I'm here trying to get ready for the day, figuring out what our schedule is going to be for these planning days, and there's just been a lot of updates. The next 2 days will be me trying to figure that out in my classroom, as well as do my lesson plans and get ready for this new quarter in this new year. So my computer's still updating. I'm going to check some emails, but honestly, I spent like the whole weekend goal setting, and the first semester of this year was so incredibly hard for me, especially being at a new school. I'm feeling a lot more positive about the second semester, and I think a part of what threw me off worse last semester is that I didn't know what to expect. I didn't realize what was coming my way, but now I know the situation and how I can respond to that in a positive way. And so I think like having that understanding also has me feeling really equipped to like start strong. I got my coffee. I did not sleep last night. I didn't go to sleep till like 2 o'clock, and I woke up at 6. I got my double shot on ice and my little bagels. So my computer is uploaded. I'm about to check these emails and be a boss. Still turning on, and while I was doing that, I want to go ahead and share. I found this journal on the Target dollar spot, and I'm going to be using this throughout the semester. I already have my planner, which is like my Bible, but this will be good for me to keep track of all my to-do lists. Like every morning I come in, I make a to-do list for the day, but I'll have them all in one place, and then like different random notes like send so-and-so's parent, whatever. I'll have everything in here, and I like that it'll be all housed in one space. So I'm going to go ahead and start my to-do list for the day. So my emails weren't very bad, thank goodness. I only got 2 parent emails, which is really a big deal this school year. I'm about to go catch up with my friend Caroline and head to the staff meeting, so I will check in with you guys maybe this afternoon, I don't know, at some point today. See you when I see you. I'm kidding, I'm just losing my brain. Oh, don't mind me, I'm just, guzzling my coffee because I need it like all day, every day. Welcome back, guys. No, welcome back. Who do I think I am? If you can't tell, it is the end of the day. I'm losing my mind. I have a really bad headache from this head wrap. It's from the Wrap Life. It's really cute, but I don't know. This one's giving me a headache, and I wear them so often that I usually don't get headaches, but it's not the case today. But it is 4:11, so it's after school. I didn't get a chance to check in, not because I've been super busy. I don't know. Today is one of those days, like, when you have all this time and you're like, what did I do with my time? I felt like I didn't do anything, but luckily I referred back to my checklist, and at least I've done a few things. I have 2 checklists actually, so I've done a few things on there. And the fortunate part about my checklist is that I need, like, these are things that just need to be done by Thursday, so it's not pressing that it gets done today. So I got time, essentially. I also got a chance to catch up with some of my old coworkers today, and that literally, like, made my day. I miss my instructional coach at my old school so much. She is the best instructional coach I'll probably ever meet in my entire career. And I miss her, and it was so nice to talk to her. Yeah, and she was just as excited to talk to us, and that really made my day. Something else I did today was get ready for my new in-person kids. Good news though. One withdrew. It's not great news, but that's good news for COVID. And 2 went back to digital, so it's a little less students in class. But let me just show you the current situation in my classroom. Too lazy to get up, but I mapped out all the seats on the desk, on the board. Yes, you see that 43 desks I need. And this is kind of what my classroom is looking like right about now. So I have 2 groups of 12 and then a group of 10, and there's going to be a random group of 8. I would love to make these numbers even, but in order for every kid to be every other seat and us not to share desks, not to share chairs, whatever, I have to do it this way with these weird, ugly numbers. But you know what? It's okay, because my biggest concern with coming back was that my students would have to share desks, and just thinking about contact tracing, the transferring, all of that, ooh, I didn't want to have to think about it. So knowing that every student has an individual desk and they still can be every other seat really makes me feel a lot better about coming back to school. Just got a COVID text message from one of my coworkers, so man. Anyway, that's been my Tuesday. Tomorrow will be more productive, but it's not 4:30. My goal is to leave by 4:30 every day. I'm about to go ahead and wrap things up and leave a little bit early because my head's killing me. It's time to go. We had a good day, and I will see you guys tomorrow because I'm not working at home. Happy 2021. Hi guys, it is Wednesday, January 6th. 1/6/21, a day that will definitely be in history books, let me tell you all. I'm coming at you from my bedroom. That's messy. Why? Because today's been quite the day. Before I jump into the school things, I did catch some footage of my time at school today, which is why I have to work at home, because being an American is hard, y'all. Being a Black American is even harder. The President of the United States is inciting riots in the nation's capital. Georgia went fully blue. Well, not fully, because we still have our governor, but Georgia went blue. We got Ossoff and Warnock elected, and I was going to record some more after work today, but with everything going on with the riots in D.C., and potentially riots in Atlanta, because people didn't want that to happen with the 2 new senators, I knew I needed to book it home so I didn't have to deal with any Atlanta problems should some things pop off, because wowzers. That's what it's like teaching in the year that is the 2020-2021 school year. It's so hard to be a teacher and not just think about the content that you have to teach, but the fact that we teach humans. We teach little humans, and they see these things just like we do, and they don't know how to process. We as adults struggle to even figure out what this means. Today I'm overwhelmed. I wasn't able to focus at work. I'm probably not going to be able to focus this evening while I need to work, and they've had to adjust to so much. And this is one more thing on their plate. And my students return to school tomorrow. So on top of all the other things I have to do for tomorrow, I have to figure out a way to address this with my students that is not going to stress them, but allows them to validate their thoughts and feelings. Yeah, this is a lot. It's a lot. I'm kind of ready for like a boring president that just like does boring president things and doesn't cause riots or whatever. Anyway, that's my piece on that. Otherwise, today at work was not bad. So today was our second teacher work day. And like I said, we have our students coming back tomorrow, and I had a long to-do list. It's still there. It didn't go away. So I didn't get to do much of it. I got to work 10 minutes late, so I didn't get to record this morning before school. I don't even really know how that happened. But I got to work 10 minutes late, and then myself and my friend Caroline, we presented a PD at school about Google and Nearpod, and that's the first time we've done that at our new school, and it went really well. Lots of people liked it. And then I talked with my principal about some big things, and that's super exciting. I'm really, really excited about that. Then I just did some lesson planning, tried to finalize some desks. There's still being some changes between students that are in person going to digital or whatever else, and that's just because the numbers are so high in the district that I teach in. Where students are out for quarantining, like it's just a lot of moving parts. So readjusting again, but got lesson plans done, or at least outlined for the next 2 or so weeks. So that's really exciting. But things that didn't get done, like I didn't get my PowerPoints ready for tomorrow. I have some name tags that aren't hot glued or even created. I have a whole list of things. Like I haven't finished my grade book. Like the grades are in there, but we have to do like finalizations of little things. So yeah. But that was my Tuesday. Also, I finally got one of those like rolling carts. We went on a mission. Me and one of my teammates, we went on a mission after school today, and we like snuck around different parts of the building to get one of the prized possessions of one of those like rolling carts that I could place my computer on. So when I'm teaching, I can project to the whiteboard. That's not actually there. And my Zoomies can see the whiteboard, and I don't have to worry about a student accidentally tapping the desk and knocking over my new work computer. And my students can also see the board, and hopefully that just helps this work out a lot more. It's been a very interesting day. I'm very curious to know what tomorrow will be like and how to discuss this. How many hard conversations have you had to have with your class this year about COVID, about Black Lives Matter, about the election, and now this? Like, kids shouldn't have to go through this, but neither should we as American citizens. It's crazy. It's just crazy. Those are just my personal thoughts. Good morning, everybody. Today is Thursday, January 7th, and things are not going according to plan. Should I be surprised? No. Does it stress me out? Yes. So this will be here in about 25 minutes. I was supposed to be at work at like 7, or at least that was my goal, to get a lot of things done, and I just got to work. I didn't take my school charger home last night for my school computer, so it died. So I started working on my MacBook, my personal MacBook, and a lot of that stuff is on my MacBook, but I left my MacBook charger at home, and that's good too. So I can't get things from one computer to the other, so this morning is going to be a bit of a hot mess. I'm also trying to like come up with a PowerPoint or something like that to guide our discussion today, based off of the events of yesterday, and there's just so much to do. Name tags need to be put on desks. I'm going to be running around like a chicken with my head cut off. But I'm not wearing jeans to work today, and honestly, I'm really excited about it. So what I'm going to do now is go ahead and get my Trader Joe's coffee and get this morning started like rapid fast. Alright, so my computer, my MacBook's on 5%, so I'm going to try to get all the links that I have pulled up for today and all of the discussions and all of those things, my PowerPoints, saved on my little USB and will actually go make my coffee like I just said I would, and I'm going to be moving some last minute desks. My classroom's such a hot mess right now, but you guys will see. So guys, I'm really weird about using community fridges. I usually have my own fridge in my classroom, but at my new school it's not allowed. So I like put my creamer in my cup before I left, and I poured way too much. So I'm gonna see if I can fit 2 cups of coffee in here. Otherwise, this is gonna be the sugariest cup of coffee I've ever had. So much for 2 cups of coffee fitting in 1 cup. Looks like we can have really clean coffee. Okay, back to basically what we have today. Hello, it is the end of the day. It is 6 p.m., but today's my late day, so it's okay that I stayed this late. The building closes in less than an hour, so I will not be here too much longer. I had like a surprise meeting today. I am the elementary science master cohort for my district, and it's like a program that you had to apply for. And I've applied, and they told me that I didn't get in, but I guess that was a mistake. And today I found out I had a meeting at 3:30. So that's pretty much like right as we're wrapping things up. Like kids had to go to another classroom. It was a little bit confusing, but it seems to be a really cool program. I'm excited to learn and do some really cool science experiments and try to figure out how to do the science experiments thing concurrently with my digital students and my in-person students, and having everybody still have like a hands-on learning experience in science. So that kind of threw me off a little bit, but today was our first day back with kids, and it was great. Like, it was great. Let me share what we did today overall, so you guys can get a glimpse of what we did today. So today we started by just welcoming everyone back and saying Happy New Year, and I used this time as a catch-up time. So instead of saying like, oh, how was your winter break, or what'd you do, where'd you go, it was more like, we haven't seen each other in 2 weeks, like what did we miss? So some students did talk about their Christmas gifts, some people just talked about them laying around in bed, taking their dog to the vet, whatever. We just got to catch up on life for the first part of class. And then my students did this color wheel mood meter to tell me like what color they were feeling and things like that. The next thing we talked about yesterday's current events with everything at the U.S. Capitol and the election in Georgia finally being over. Oh, I think the students and I were equally happy that the election was over. It is not even about who won the election. It's about not getting those text messages or YouTube ads or whatever else, seeing the ads on TV. They were everywhere. I did not share my opinions whatsoever. I'm going to show you guys what I did. This is inspired by I Teach Shy, or I Teach Chi on Instagram. She shared like what she was doing on a reel, and so I just took that and created a little PowerPoint just to be non-biased and show my students that I care about them. I know that they have probably heard some things, so if they would like to share and get some things off their chest, that's totally fine. If they are not comfortable, if they don't want to talk about it, then that's also totally fine. So I'm going to go ahead and show you a PowerPoint I used today to discuss that with my students. We went over the agenda for the day, so talking about current events, and then doing a KWL chart for social studies, and then we set goals and did some exploring in math. So first I talked about that we were going to take a moment to talk about current events and discuss what current events were. And I said, I wonder if anyone has already heard about what's happening in Washington, D.C. I'm here for you. I'm here to hear you and help you feel safe as we learn more about it. And then I just prompted them with these open questions, ones that definitely don't pick a side for me. There's no reason for me to share what side I believe in a conversation like this. So I just said, what do you know? What have you heard? What questions do you have? And what are your feelings or thoughts that you would like to share? Just to give them an open forum and safe space to share their feelings, especially as children. Then we kind of just put what they said they knew and like a KWL chart and some of their wonderings. Kids' questions are so deep. Like, oh, they impressed me so much. And then we just talked about, well, what is the Capitol building? Why is this building important? I didn't show them any pictures from the protest. I feel like I could have, because that is history and it is facts, but I just didn't feel comfortable doing that. And then we talked about how these two senators being elected in Georgia made Georgia history, by Warnock being the first black senator out of the state of Georgia, and Ossoff being the first Jewish senator out of the state of Georgia, and Ossoff being the youngest member. So we talked about history in the making. There's no political whatever. This is true current events in history, like just facts. And then we revisited our KWL chart and just talked about some things that we learned from the discussion and from the slides that I shared. Then we set some goals. So let me show you our goals. So I created this resource for my students, and it says 2021 My New Year Math Solutions. And I had the students discuss what they want to learn this year, what they want to try this year, what they want to stop this year, and what their overall New Year's math solution is. So their overall goal for math, this all had to be math related, because I'm the math teacher, but if you wanted to do something similar to this, you could probably do this for anything and just not call it a math solution. And so I had my digital students do this on Google Slides, and then my in-person students did this on paper, and they were so excited because I don't really do anything paper because COVID and everything like that, but I did want to make a little display in the hallway. And they were like, oh my god, we get to touch paper, and they got to color it. And it was just nice for them to be able to set some goals and think about what they want to accomplish. We talked about, why would people even need to make a New Year's resolution? Like, what do you think people are going for if they're making a New Year's resolution, and why are goals important? Or do you think they're important at all? Maybe you don't think they're important. And then we did like an exploration activity to explore what it means to divide, or interpreting how to divide fractions. So instead of saying this divided by this equals blank, they were able to see that in like a real life application. So that was nice, and that was my day for both my blogs. In other news, we are getting some science ready tomorrow. We're going to be exploring mixtures and states of matter. So I'm excited for a hands-on day, and this one's one that I can kind of do concurrently because students had little things at home, like mixture, whether it's seeds, rice, whatever. So I just told them to find little household knickknacks to bring to class tomorrow if they're at home, so we can explore mixtures. That was my day in a nutshell. That was my Thursday. I honestly like these late start weeks. Like, I don't like 4-day weeks, but I like knowing that tomorrow is Friday. I got my grades done and finalized and posted. And honestly, a lot of my things on my to-do list are about done too, except for my lesson plans for next week. So I'm gonna go home and work on that, but I will see you guys tomorrow. Dude, I'm so tired. Oh my god. Good morning, guys. We made it to Friday. As you can see, I have barely made it. Today has been this week has not been a bad week, but it's been like exhausting. Both mentally and physically. I've been going to bed and getting a lot less sleep in the last 2 weeks, and then like just getting back into the swing of things. I'm dead tired, and today's going to be a high energy day, so wish me luck. Right now I'm going to go ahead and make some coffee. I have my little coffee mug with the creamer inside again today, and I checked emails. I don't have any, so I'm pretty surprised that there's like no emails for me to like make a to-do list for the day. So just gonna try to knock out some lesson plans, get my morning slides ready, music up for the kids, and figure out some science things. I probably won't get to check in as much on this Friday because it's gonna be a crazy afternoon. Teacher Heart Out starts today, the virtual conference 2.0. But I'm gonna go ahead and get my morning started, and I'll check in with you guys probably at home, or I'll check in with you guys some point tonight. Bye. I look awful, but I wanted to talk about these cute math earrings that I'm so obsessed with. I forgot I had them. I have some black and white. These are from Rosie June, and they are perfect for any math-loving teacher. They're just the cutest little earrings ever. My kids are obsessed with it. planning period now. I just wanted to pop in and say that I'm feeling way more awake. Kids really do make things better, and so does coffee. I feel like a whole human now, and I'm really excited to have fun with my students. But I just wanted to pop in and say that. A little mid-day check-in. Set up for today for my students, so I want to share with you what they're doing before they come back from PE. I have 8 little stations set up in my classroom, so each group, they will be working in groups. Each group has 5 of these like mixing cups and then 5 of these sample cups, and they're going to come over here and pick any of these materials. Well, they can only pick up to 5 of these materials, and they're going to also have a cup of water, and they're going to create 5 mixtures. It's going to be a mixture of liquid mixtures and dry mixtures, and my students at home can do something similar, because yesterday I told them to just get household items like rice, beans, whatever they could find that they could mix up, and then they're going to try to see how easy or not easy it is to separate them with their hands or with the strainer, with magnets, and experiment. We haven't been able to do any real experiments like this all year, so I think my kids are going to love it. Purpose of today's lesson will be for students to understand that mixtures can be separated, but sometimes it takes different tools, and this is going to be like their little recording sheet that they use. It says 10 to 15 or 10 to 20 minutes. This is going to probably be at least an hour, if not more time, but I think I'm going to let them have fun. It's Friday, and like I said before, like we haven't really done any experiments like this all year, so I want them to really dig in and like make some observations for themselves. I wanted to share what we have. So we have some topsoil, some black-eyed peas, rice, pumpkin seeds, these little pebbles that you would see in a fish tank, some other seed that my teammate has, some chicken feed, I think these are another kind of seed, salt, and then the paper clips are so that they can understand that metal can be separated from non-metals using magnets. I'm feeling so much better than I was when I first got to work. I was just so tired, but now that I see how fun it's going to be, and I've had my coffee, I'm really looking forward to today and finishing this week strong. I have my to-do list ready, but we only have like 5 more minutes left of planning. Planning is never long enough, but I am going to make the most out of today. Good morning. Actually, good afternoon. I think it is 12:41, but I'm just getting my day started. It is Saturday after the first week. It's been a long week. I have my coffee, and I'm about to be editing YouTube videos and writing blogs all day, because Saturdays are my batching days. Teacher life, we can't really do other businessy things during this full week. I just want to say thank you so much for watching my vlog. I am going to go ahead and wrap it up here. This will be my outro and things like that. If you were teaching in this school year, I know that this first week back was really hard. Just know that we're doing the best we can, and that's all we can do. And on the weekends, be sure to get your rest. I know I just said I'd be batching, but honestly, like working on these other outside things also brings me a lot of joy, which is why I do that, and that's how I like to spend my weekends. But you need to sleep until 12:41 on a Saturday after not sleeping all week, and you do that. But I'll see you guys next time. I can't wait to share all the things coming for the next few months. As always, if you enjoyed this video, be sure to like and comment. I'll be sure to comment back and share, subscribe, hit the notification bell to see when I post my new videos. And I hope you guys have a wonderful weekend, afternoon, whatever. Bye, guys.